It's 85 degrees out. Cush core and tire have been sitting in the sun for about 10 minutes, maybe less. I don't know. So now we're going to put the Cush core and the tire on the rim. Move it, dog. The rim is taped. The valve core is in there. The process is you get the tire in the right orientation first. And you get half of the tire on. Push all the slack from the bottom to the top and roll it over the edge of the rim. And then you get the bottom of the tire as deep into the bead or deep into the channel of the rim as possible. I haven't been in the sun long enough, so I may need tire lowers. The easiest way to set these up is to run the tire tubeless for a couple of rides and let it stretch out and then come back and put the push core in it. But that's another step, and not everybody wants to do that. There we go. Now half the tire is in. Double check to make sure that your tread is going the right direction. Drive side, tread goes around this way. Get the tire all the way in the bottom of the channel, the rim on one side, is your Cush core. Slide it up into the tire first, and then you're going to take the edge and get that into the rim bead, the rim channel. Again, if the Cush core is brand new, it's not going to stretch quite as much as a used Cush core, but setting it in the sun helps it move around a little bit more. Get the edge of that square piece down in the rim. Top down the bottom. Once you get to about here, you can use your knees to hold it together. Maybe. Nope. It's fighting me. Using my elbows and my gut to hold everything down against that rim, pushing it out. So now, Cush core is in there, tire's halfway on. The next thing you want to do is you want to take the Cush core and pull it up into the fat part of the tire. Pulling it back kind of out of the channel so that you can get the tire to seat. The tire has to pinch around it while the Cush core is up under. And start pushing the tire bead into the rim. Once you get it started, it starts to move a little quicker. If you don't have the strongest fingers, you can use the edge of your tire lever, push it down in there. You have to be careful not to damage the actual tire bead. Just twist it in there. And once you get it to here, this is the part you're going to hate. It's the hardest part. You have this much, that's to stretch way up and over. So what I suggest is you take the whole thing and put it back in the sun. So I went back and redid the tire to make sure that I had my valve stem lined up with the logo. And then I let the tire sit outside for about 5 minutes in the sun. Get it nice and loose. Next we're going to take it inside. We're going to spray all around the edge here with a little bit of dish soap and warm water. I'm going to use warm or lukewarm water so you don't cool down the tire. It's been sitting in the sun for the purpose of making it hot and pliable. Then we're going to get the tire fully on the bead. So all the way around the edge, just a little spritz of water. It's going to help the tire slide around inside there in the rim. It's a new rim, new tire. It's not super pliable and it wants to stick to that really dry, brand new wheel. It's a Industry 9 Enduro 305. It's got a very flat profile to it. There's not much channel. So this is not going to be super easy compared to deeper rims. Now you're going to want to take all of the slack from the tire and come up this way towards your gap here. Meanwhile, keeping the Cush core up in the fat part of the tire. So just pull around the edge. And a lot. Every little bit helps. All right. As much as you can with your hands. Brace the tire against the rim on the edges with your knees here. You need to go around and start levering it in. Push that down in. Turn it tight. See how it wants to come out on this side. That's why your leg is there. Hold it in there nice and tight. Don't hold it tight enough, pop out of that side as well. And then you're just going to chase yourself all the way around the rim. Which it looks like I may be doing now. There we go. The last little bit, and you're in. Now, the next thing you have to do is come around like this and get that Cush core even in height on either side of the wheel so that it's not sitting at an angle. Your tire will have a nasty wobble if you don't get it back in there straight. When you air up, it's likely that it will seat, but not a guarantee. All the way around the edge, pull it up, make it even. Then we're going to go to the garage, and we're going to air up the wheel without any stands in it. Tool, take the valve core out. I use compressed air, clearly the easiest way. Be right back. So now we're going to get the tire aired up. This is the tool I like to use. It's an air chuck with a nice out of focus rubbery tip on it, and the hole in it is just about right for the size of the valve stem. Now, since we already used our soapy water, this should seat pretty decently. Flip it around. I'm going to keep that rotor away from the oils on my hands. And you heard it pop almost all the way around. I'm just using my finger to hold the air in it. And we're going to go put the valve core back in and let it sit like this for a bit. So back to our tool. Doesn't really matter if you lose a bunch of air. This is not the final seating. There we go. And then you're going to do the same thing as before. Just kind of roll around. Not a ton of pressure in here. Maybe 15 or 20 psi. Check to see if your bead is seated. You can bounce it. Visually inspect the line that goes all the way around. See if it's nice and uniform. Then we're going to put it back in the sun for another 5 or 10 minutes. Okay, so we're back inside. Tire's nice and pliable. I'm going to take the valve stem out. Let all the air out. It's loud. Maybe. Don't lose your valve stem. Alright, now the valve stem is out. All the air is out. Let's see if I can get this phone propped up. So, we're going to take a little piece of the tire off, somewhere near the bottom, so that we can add stands. Take the tire lever, push it away from the bead. I'm going to take it down off the stand. It's already on there tight, so that's good. Now, Cush Core suggests that you don't feed stands through the valve because it will clog. So, I like to take the tire back off, just one small section. Stand by. Okay, so you can see, I've got a little bit of a gap here. I'm going to stick the tool down in there, peel that back. I don't know if I can do it one-handed. Probably not. So, I took the tire off both beads, all the way around, pinched it again, and I made this little gap here. I used these little paint bottles from the craft store, and I fill it with stands. Now, cut the tip off, pull the old junk out, feed it down in there. Stay away from your valve stem, because you don't want to pour it in and have it fall right back out. Just nice and slowly squeeze in a bunch of stands. And then enjoy the shit show as the old shit clogs it back up again. Alright, that one's good. We'll switch lids on this one. Look at that one-handed. That's pretty good. Alright, now the rest of this one goes in. That's somewhere around 3 or 4 ounces. I don't know. Hello, Captain Jack. Alright, so next we're going to put the tire back on the bead. Okay, pull the lever out. Now you should still have some air left. And the beauty is, so long as the seats, it doesn't matter how much air stays in there before you can get your thumb over it. Alright, so with 2 hands and no camera, I managed to get the valve core back in. Tighten it up. Tire's got a little bit of pressure left in it. And now you can just use a floor pump to finish up. This one-handed YouTube shit sucks. Alright, pump away. Okay, our valve cap is on. The tire has about 40 psi in it. Everything's out of focus. And I'm going to let this sit until it's ready to go on the bike. And I'll check it occasionally to see what the air pressure is like while it seals up around that new tape. But that's it. That's Cush core. It goes a lot faster when you don't have a fucking camera in your hand too.